After this, the price definitely gotta go up. Yeah. What you expect? Told you I
So,
wanna.
hi, Teenear. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. My name is Autumn, by the way.
Nice to meet
So thank you. So we're just gonna get started really quick. So my first question is super simple. So we're like, so when did you decide that you wanted to pursue music as your career?
Honestly, I remember growing up, I was in junior high at the time, and I just loved arts. I always loved entertaining people, but I didn't make any decision on what I wanted to do. But I know during that time, like everyone was freaking out because, going into high school, they're like, you gotta
Mm-hmm.
know what you're gonna do. And
Mm-hmm.
I just remember there was a moment where every girl in my school, in my class, was talking about Justin Bieber. And I was like, who is this kid? Who is this guy? I gotta go look him up. I went home that day. I remember I sat in my room on my bed for hours, like searching up Justin Bieber, fell in love with my instrumentals. And I sat in my bed and I did it. And I think just that process of creating something, that was my first time ever trying to do that, really sparked something in me. Because from that moment, I just knew that this was something that I wanted to do. And I kept going
Mm-hmm.
from there.
That's amazing. Like that's just so amazing. It's like sometimes just like one thing that's like tells you like this is it for me. This is gonna be it.
Exactly.
um so I saw that one of your first songs was Friday Night featuring Sage the Gemini. And from where you were at that point in your career, the very, very beginning until
Mhm.
you are now, how do you feel like you've evolved as an artist?
I feel like I've just grown up more and I've learned more about myself, and I'm putting more of myself into everything that I do. When I
Mm-hmm.
first started, I feel like I was still learning. So, like, a lot of people were in my ear constantly telling me how to do things, telling me how to sing things. And just throughout the process, like, I've just grown into the music and into my craft more and learn more about myself. And I feel like now I'm able to put that into my music and people can see more of who I am through my music.
Mm. How would you describe your creative process? Like, is there anything like a go-to, like a setting that you need to be in, or it just like comes to you kind of?
I've never been the type to have a setting. Like, you know how people have those stories where they have to like have a certain type of food or drink in the studio with them? Like, I've never
Mm-hmm.
been like that. Like, for me, when I'm in the studio, I just want the lights off.
Mm-hmm.
I just do what I have to do. And
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to creating things, it really just comes out of experiences. Whatever experience inspires me, whether it's my experience or like my friends' experiences. But yeah, I don't really have any crazy, like, I gotta put a jacket over my head and sip tea out of a straw. Like, no, it's really just natural. Whatever comes, comes.
I feel like that's the best way too. So you don't
Mhm,
have like to stick to just like one thing. You can literally just create from like wherever.
exactly.
Um, right. So like I also listened to your song Free and like wow, like it took me back. Like it was a very, very powerful song. And
Thank
like
you.
you're welcome for like the year that we've been through in 2020. So like how did would you describe like your motivation for that song in particular?
That song I had actually recorded like a whole year ago.
Oh
And for
wow.
me, it had came from a place of me just wanting to take myself out of a toxic situation that I felt like was really holding me back. And
Mm-hmm.
when everything started happening last year, me and my team got together and we just felt like it was a good time to put out because I felt like a lot of people needed to feel motivation and feel inspired and just feel a spark inside themselves. And I know that song did that for me. And I
Mm-hmm.
wanted people to be able to feel that, just feel that freedom and feel that sense of like, you can do what you got to do. Don't let all these other things hold you back. Because at the end of
Mm-hmm.
the day, we only got us. And we're the only ones that can do for ourselves. Like we can't focus on all the negative all the time, even though we're constantly getting that thrown at us, like constantly all the time. But
Mm-hmm.
if you really look down at yourself, you got it all in you. Just be free. That's what it was for me, and I wanted people to feel that.
Yeah, no, definitely. I definitely felt that when I listened to that song, like definitely. Another one of your songs that I really, really liked, because I'm a huge like R&B fan anyway. So like Special Attention got me, girl. It's been
Yeah.
on repeat. It's been on repeat. Okay.
Yes.
It was good. That song is good. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So what song, so I mean, sorry, what like did anything in particular inspire you to write that song? Or you're just like, you know what? I need some attention, like
No.
on me.
That song started off pretty much like a joke. Like we were just messing around and it came about and it was really just the song that everyone could relate to.
Mm-hmm.
It's a vibe. Everyone needs to hear this. I know every girl is gonna feel it because guys be playing
Yeah,
around with vibes. But
they do.
it was a great song and I just felt it made me feel very feminine and like empowered by the fact that I could express what I want to feel, you know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
I love that record.
Yeah, no, I love that. I love the music video too. Like your outfits, like definitely like R&B 90s vibe. Like I felt that. Like I
Thank
love that.
you.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
so much. That whole process is definitely new for me, but especially for the video because I've never done anything so like grown.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people were kind of shocked by it, but I remember just going into the process. I was just like, okay, the record says what it says, and I just gotta let people feel the record. I wanted people to really see exactly what I was talking about in the record. It
Yeah,
was
definitely goes to your grown womanhood,
fun.
like definitely with that song. I love that song.
Thank
Um, you're welcome. I also saw uh you had collabed with Pink Elephant and I saw like the nails, like some really dope nails. Do you have any like other business ventures like that in the future? Or is it like a dream collab with a company you would like to partner with, you know?
I definitely, well, like I was just speaking with my team a week ago, and I definitely want this year to be a year of collaboration for me. I want to be able to collaborate with a lot of different people. I love being able to do that nail giveaway. That's something that I love. I don't have my nails done now,
I
but
don't either.
I love beauty, you know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
that's something I definitely want to venture in. So probably, well, I'm so sorry. There's like a noise.
Fine.
Probably
Okay.
just a lot of beauty stuff. I love makeup, so I want to do a lot of makeup collaborations. But yeah, get ready for it this year. There's gonna be a lot of collabs.
Oh my God, that'd be so fun. I love when artists like partner up with one of your favorite like beauty brands and it always comes like full circle for you guys
Mhm.
because it's just like wow, like this is the first palette I bought and now my face is on this palette. I picked these
Yeah,
colors. Like, oh, I
that's the
love that.
goal. That is the goal.
Right. So, are there any people in particular that you listen to for inspiration or we're maybe not like a collab with, but like someone that you really like inspire, like maybe it's like their business ventures, their career, like something like a path that you see that you want to go to in the future too.
I've always looked at Beyonce and Michael Jackson like at them the most because I love their music, but they grew up in the industry. They started at a young age and they took
Mhm.
their careers into something incredible. They created a brand for themselves, and that's my ultimate goal at the end of the day. So when I see Beyonce on her stuff and just killing it, it inspires me so much. And not just because her music is dope, but when she's just that businesswoman, that's what I want to be. So she is definitely a big inspiration for me.
Yeah, no, definitely. That Ivy Park, I was trying to get that Ivy Park. Like I was on the website, refresh, refresh, refresh. Finally
Everyone.
got a sweatshirt. Finally.
Oh my gosh, that was everyone's story. I was like, this is too much.
It
I
is
don't
too
know.
much. I just have to wait until I'm on the PR list and I can get some custom Ivy Park.
Ooh,
Right?
yes, that's the goal right there.
So I also saw that a couple of your songs. So like obviously like Friday with Sage Gemini and like it, I like it with Lil Baby was a feature. So how was it like working with those two guys? And like who do you think that you want to collab with in the future on a song, on one of your songs?
I didn't really get to work with Little Baby in the studio, but
Mhm.
the fact I remember that whole process was I was trying to figure out who I wanted on that record for such a long time. And
Mhm.
I remember 2 days, like my sister mentioned Little Baby, and then somebody else in my team mentioned Little Baby. I was like, let's
Mhm.
just try Little Baby. So then the label reached out to his manager, and he literally got back to us with the song in 2 days. And I was just like, wow.
Wow.
I was super like happy and like grateful for that because he's such a big artist, and for him to just stop, do what he had to do, and send me the record really quickly, I was so grateful for that. But with Sage the Gemini, I actually did get to meet him, and we actually did get to work together. He was
Mm.
incredible as well. He's such a good spirit, a good heart, and with me being a new artist, he didn't have to do that. He came,
Mhm.
we met each other at the video shoot,
Oh
and
wow.
just meeting him and like having him be the person on my first record to represent who I am was
Mhm.
incredible just because I knew that he had a good heart, and I'm happy that energy was on that song with me, you know what I mean? He's a good
Mhm.
person, sure.
That's always true. Like just that you need sometimes you just need like good energy with you, like
Yeah,
like literally positive vibes, you know?
yes, for sure.
Um, so this one is like, so you've obviously been doing music for like a couple of years and stuff, and you're making your brand and everything. And I can only imagine how difficult of a process that has been, you know, from like just as like starting who you are, you're growing up into your grown womanhood. Has there ever been a time where you wanted to stop music, just like wanting to quit and just like, you know what, this is too much. I'm gonna throw in the towel. Like, has there ever been a time like that?
Um, I honestly, last year, at the beginning of the year, right before quarantine hit, and I put out my
Mhm.
song Come See Me, I was just like, how am I gonna do this? And I had a moment where I was freaking out because I was like, there's no way for me to go market my song, go meet people, perform the record. And that was Come See Me is honestly like one of my favorite songs I've ever done. It's just such a chill song. And
Mhm.
I was so sad that I wasn't able to like do what I wanted to do with the record, but I had to take a moment to just like gather myself and just really focus on what exactly I love to do and like why I started it all in the first place. And last year turned out to be an amazing year for me. And it just took me to just realize that sometimes you do need that moment to sit back and reevaluate things, realign yourself to like figure out or just remember why you started something in the first place. You know what I mean? And last year did that for me. I was happy I was able to sit back and get to know myself more, get to know my music more, my craft. And it was a great year, even in the midst of everything going on.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. And I wanted to ask you about Come and See Me too, because it did hit like right before like Corona and stuff. And like, so what do you think like would be a like an ideal situation if that would have happened for Come and See Me? Would you have wanted to like do like a small show? Did you want to like maybe like venture out and like maybe do like a tour or something like that? Do you think that that would have happened if it wasn't for Corona or anything like that?
Yeah, our plan was originally I was putting out Come See Me, and then a month later I was going to be putting out my EP, and we were going to
Mm,
be doing like radio tours and situations like that for the rest
mhm,
of the year, and it just shut it all down. And with me, I haven't put out a project yet, so I was super excited about it,
mhm,
and just being like slowed down completely. Just it took me down for a minute, but then, like I said, I had to sit back, realign myself. I've been in my Bible so much over the last year that it was ridiculous. And I appreciated that I got this time because when things are going and going and going and going, sometimes you forget to like go back to the things that like matter the most. You know what I mean? And I feel like
mhm.
I needed that and it's helped me. It got me through the year, and this year I'm ready to do so much more.
Yes. How do you like, and on that note, how do you feel as though R&B is going? Because you know, you probably like heard like, oh, like this new age of R&B, it's like so different from like, you know, 90s R&B and stuff. So like, how do you feel as though like R&B in particular is growing? Would you put yourself as an R&B artist too? That's the thing.
From the beginning of coming out, people always labeled me as an R&B artist. And when I was first coming out, I was putting out pop records. Friday Night, Something Else, Love Me or Leave Me. Those are all pop records. And I'd always just be like, I would always correct people. I'm like, I'm not an R&B artist. I do love R&B music, but I don't ever want to be labeled and like put in a box, because at the end of the day, I just love music. And if I go in the studio and I want to record a country song, I don't care. I like the country song and I want the country song to come out. And yeah, right now I've been in a wave of just like really enjoying R&B music, because especially the females right now, we're killing it, and the guys have nothing on us right now, and I love it, and I'm enjoying it. But in the future, you never know. I can go back to pop music, but right now I'm definitely focusing on R&B music.
Do you think that you would put out, like, for your like next project, do you think it would be more like R&B focused? Do you think?
We are
or the mix.
It's probably going to be mixed for sure, because I've recorded so many records, and I feel like my records, no matter they sound, it tells a story that I want it to tell. And I'm just going to hope that people vibe with it. I'm sorry if you don't. If you love it, you love it. If you don't, you don't. But I do. I love it. You know what I mean?
So how would you, because you said that you weren't like an R&B artist and you weren't a pop artist. So if you had to describe your sound in like 3 words even, how would you do it? Like, how would you describe it? I know it's super hard.
That is really hard. I don't know. Rhythmic urban pop, if that is a thing.
No. I mean, it can be any, like you've seen it before. People like switch genres. Like, you know, Taylor Swift was like country and then she went pop and she got big. I think there's just so much more like opportunity available, you know, when you don't put yourself in one box, which I think that's like super smart of you to do that.
Like Free, for example, is not pop or R&B, and we put that out, and I was happy I was able to do that as well, because like I said, that song I had recorded over a year ago, and with it being so different, I didn't know when I was going to be putting it out, because I didn't want to freak anyone out with the fact that it was completely different than all my other songs. But the opportunity came and I was able to, and I was so grateful for that, so people could hear that other side of me.
Oh, definitely. So where can people, should they follow you on Instagram? I know you're on Instagram because I followed you, but like, so
Instagram, I'll follow you.
Yeah, mine is _ Autumn Rain, but it's like Rain is RAYNE because that's my middle name. But yeah,
okay, I'm gonna follow you.
Oh,
Got you.
You're so sweet. So one of my last questions was, like, as a Black woman in the entertainment industry, do you think there's like any particular struggles that you have been through, like that would differ from like your other counterparts too, like as well?
It would really just mainly be the whole putting me in the R&B box, mainly just because I am a dark girl singing. That's what they're gonna do no matter what. But I haven't been in any situation that I could say that really was just super crazy. And I'm grateful for that. Hopefully I don't get in a situation like that, but nothing crazy yet.
No, that's good. I think that definitely, that's why I wanted to ask you what you consider like as like your vibe and your music and stuff, because I know that like once people say, oh, she's an R&B artist, or oh, she's pop, oh, she's country, when people see you go out of that box, it's just like, okay, what is she doing? Like, you know?
No, but you know what is crazy? When I started out with my pop songs, I feel like nobody really was receptive of it. And then like now that I'm doing R&B music, I am getting a lot more people listening to me. And I'm grateful for that for sure. But when I do go back to pop, because I love pop music, I will always love pop music. I hope everyone follows me there. You know what I mean?
And I think they definitely will. They definitely will. Well, thank you so much for talking with me today. Like, it was so great talking to you. This is
No,
great.
thank you for having me. I appreciate the support a lot.
Of course. So do you want to, because we're gonna edit this too, so do you want me like for your next project or anything, is there anything that people can, for updates or anything, people follow you on Instagram, website, or anything like that?
You could follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Teenear R. And all of my music is on every streaming platform: Apple Music, Tidal, SoundCloud, Spotify, everything. So go listen to it. And be on the lookout for new music. It's coming this year.
Yes. Thank you so much again.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. After this, the price definitely gotta go up.